So I'm My Life in Yellow. It is a weird name. It was the name of a blog I started a long time ago, and it's actually the name that I go under for my street art. So anyway, I'm gonna do pretty songs for you tonight. Start a little sappy and end a little strong. There was a man on the train with your skin. He got on at 51st Street, and I stared at him. As the train barreled its way downtown, his sleeves were rolled up, exposing his wrists and forearms, skin slightly tanned and smooth like a child's. I always loved your skin. Even when your words were sharp, your skin was soft, and I memorized you, knowing that in only a few hours you would go back to her, and all I had was my imagination to fill the space you promised one day you would fill. I could close my eyes and run my fingers along the memory of your outline. I stared at him as I remembered my tear-stained skin, throbbing with frustration as I begged you to stay. My skin was dull with starvation, and your words were full of salvation, and I believed you. Not because you were telling the truth, but because your lies were all I had left. And I stared at him as I recalled the day it ended. Your eyes were black with emptiness, voice hard with indifference, while you claimed I was just a mistake. Simply a curiosity now satisfied and no longer needed. With your gaze heavy to the ground, you swore you never loved me. Even when your words are sharp, your skin is soft. Cheat on the next few.
Yeah, that sucks, just to let you know.
All in. It's a little wobbly, but all in. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Okay. I'll just straddle it. Yeah, you will. That's Rihanna. All right. This one's a little self-confessional. I wrote it recently after doing a workshop with Momentum Education. Oh. I'm doing my advanced in beats. Have you done? Yeah. My plan was to stand up here and recite to you the most perfect poem. Heart-wrenching, unexpected, full of cool metaphors no one has thought of for, and your response was going to be overwhelming. Claps and snaps throughout and an eruption of applause at the end. But my pen hasn't moved for hours. The analog clock counts down until death, and I find myself jealous of the train running overhead because at least it knows where it's going, while I'm stuck and unable to write, having lost sight of who I really am. I'm going to crack open my chest, dig through everything I've hidden from myself, cut apart the dead forest in search of my heart, but all I found was this rock. And it was covered in rot, thicker and blacker than ink. I am sinking. But somehow I feel weightless, temporary, sun-bleached and fading, removable with a little soap of water. Scratch me with your fingernail, and I'm gone. There's so much that I wanted to say to you, but silence is all that's coming through. I'm on the outside of every conversation, self-created alienation made up of distant gazes. I deflect anybody's attempts to connect. I'm uncomfortable in crowds, casually waiting for when it's appropriate for me to excuse myself and walk away. I'm always exiting early. I was told that I'm the master of cold turkey. I disappear out of people's lives so easily magician. My specialty is invisibility. I shine the light onto you, feed your ego, and then disappear into your shadow. You don't get to know me because I won't let you. I realize you called me a friend for years, but we're merely acquaintances, holding you at a distance. I'll be here to listen to all of your secrets, help you dissolve your demons, but please, don't try to get too close. I don't want you to see how ashamed I am to be me, what I've done, where I've been. I destroyed beautiful things by simply trying to love them. Overwatered and wilting, overstirred and sticking, smothering out the only light in the room. I feel safe in the dark. Covers pulled up and tucked under my chin, protected, hidden, alone. I don't know how to let anyone in. Each time I think I'm ready, I end up retreating back into my head, believing all the terrible things it says about me. I want to tell you everything, but this pen won't let me, sitting on this blank page mockingly, and I stand on these stages confessing, slowly undressing each one of my wounds, but they're still bleeding, never seeming to heal. I fill them with peroxide just so I can feel the sting, to remind me that I am still alive. I once admitted to a room full of strangers that I hate myself. And suddenly I felt the weight of my darkest secret dissipate. Saying out loud to a crowd finally allowed me to let it go. It was the most authentic moment of my life. See, my plan was to stand up here and recite to you the most perfect poem. I thought that if I did, it would make you love me. So maybe you'd let me watch how you do it, so I could learn how I could love you too. All right, two more. This is a new one. I wrote it over the weekend. I'm pretty excited about it. Do you know how many men I've married in my mind? Most of these marriages only lasted a few minutes, others a few weeks. None as long as the two I had in real life. Yes, you heard me, two. One was for love and the other was for money. Honestly, I should have asked for more of both. But forget the past. I'm standing here with you today. I know you probably think I'm a little crazy, but don't lie about where your mind goes when you meet someone you swear you know from another lifetime. Their energy radiates from a place that feels like home, a potential soulmate. Nowadays, when people date, they sedate their emotions, focus only on the physical. See, I prefer to try my men on in my mind. First, I wonder if their kiss will fit with mine, then try to decide whether or not they will understand me. See, I'm so much more than a body, not just some side piece. I'm a long-term investment. Feel my benefits coming your way if you're patient. Now that I'm 40, I'm slowly realizing all I really want is companionship and a great dick. Okay, I'm lying a little bit. I'd really like for him to also hold me while I'm crying, cup my cheek in his hand, be strong enough to stand beside me. I'm independent, but I still want him to help keep me steady when I walk on cobblestones and stilettos, and always know that I'm doing the best that I can, and even when I push him away, I really want him to stay. I think what I'm trying to say is I'm scared. I failed twice already. Maybe failed is the wrong word. Instead, let's say I completed 2 practice runs and years of mental preparation. So when he steps forward, I won't step back. When he tries to take my hand, I won't put it in my pocket. When he looks into my eyes with the universal sign for I'm going to kiss you, I won't look away. And I will not forget to breathe as he leans in and makes the real and imaginary marriages disappear in memory completely.
That was a good one. That was Good.
You liked the great dick part, didn't you?
No.
All right, this is my last one. It's been such an honor to be up on stage. Again, thank you to 1718 Collective. I'm My Life in Yellow.
Yeah.
If you like my ramblings, I'm on Instagram at mylifein.yellow, and you can see my stickers that I slap all over the streets. Little yellow stickers. But anyway. A man once asked why I expected him to climb mountains just to stand next to me, why my walls surround at a full 360. He felt the need to say, no one will ever love me if they have to work too hard, and if I ever want a man, I better drop my guard and make myself more available. He explained that I intimidate, and my presence has a weight impossible to feel without the fear of drowning. He pointed out that I've been single for so long, it seems there is something wrong, and I probably should change what I'm doing. Biological clocks are ticking, so I need to stop nitpicking, except that my youth is slipping and lower what I'm expecting of men who won't let in. I once asked a man if my lack of trust right off the bat was an inconvenience. I said I didn't want to delay if he was on his way to something better than this. I felt the need to point out that I doubt he walks down the streets with shouts of inappropriate words slung in his direction. I wondered if a stranger ever stood behind him on the train and slipped their hands between his thighs while onlookers pretended not to notice. Has he ever blacked out while home alone with a trusted friend and still almost get raped? I asked him, how often has he been the trophy, the side piece, the slut, the bitch, the cunt, the joke that was funny to everyone but him? Has someone ever said, I love you, just so they can get laid, then the next day completely deny your existence? Did he ever question his sanity because he was constantly told he was crazy, to hide lies and create alibis for a lover's cheating ways? I explained to him, these walls don't appear out of nowhere. I explained to him, these walls don't appear out of nowhere. I explained to him, these walls don't appear out of nowhere. They're built by hands you thought cared, cemented into place by pain and experiences you can't erase, reinforced by words laced with hate that penetrate so deep you start to believe them. Don't touch me with insincerity. I will never be an opportunity for a momentary display of artificial masculinity. And I explained to him, I am not a playground. I am a castle, standing tall and strong, not a place anyone can wander along and enjoy however he pleases. And I once told a man, if he was too impatient to wait for my gate to open, he was in the wrong place. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, everyone.
Let me get a round of applause for My Life in Yellow. Yo, we got more people coming in as we speak. So here's time for y'all. I wrote this when I was I wrote this a long time ago. It's called I'm a Modern Day Black Man. And all this stuff I don't rewrite no more by the time I did. I'm a modern day black man who has never seen Roots and hate anything that has to do with Tyler Perry. I'm a modern day black man that doesn't eat chitlins and who thinks Bill Cosby is a real sellout. Oh. And I'm not a fan of the Cosby Show either. I'm a modern day black man who is not a Democrat. And I've never voted for Al Sharpton. And if Farrakhan ever ran for any office, I wouldn't vote for his ass either. I'm a modern day black man who doesn't watch Soul Train. Unless I see some ass coincidentally or I'm changing the channel at that particular time. Okay. But besides that, I think cornbread tastes nasty. I think basketball is overrated. I think hip-hop is lost in commercialism and big business. I'm a modern-day black man, a direct product of a failed civil rights movement. So excuse me if I use the word nigga too much, but who present these days? I'm a modern-day black man. And like most black men my age, I've had the delightful experience of police brutality firsthand, innocently, criminally, and truthfully. There's no real difference. I'm a modern-day black man who's attracted to white women.
Yes.
And black women, Spanish women, fucking even Asian women, or any woman that's attracted both inside and out. I'm a modern-day black man. Some might even consider me an endangered species. Pigs! Yo, I'm feeling good tonight, man. You got thoughts and I don't let out too often. So next is a personal friend of mine. I know her since she was 18 years old. I know her whole family. Uncle, father, grandmother, cousins, everything. And she's been writing poetry since I've known her. And she's dope. Let me get a round of applause for Eboniqua.
Just a few words for encouragement for the mind, the body, and the soul. All my poems don't have no titles. I just write what an intuition makes me feel. You may be the reason someone wants to live, the reason for someone to love again, the reason for someone's faith and hope. And your light is a savior to those walking in darkness. And you know it all too well. The trials, the pain, the confusion, the hopelessness. What did you think? Was it just to torture yourself? Think about the growth and the endurance as you continue to carry your torch. Many see your light within like a lightning bug flying at night. Your purpose is being alive, being able to breathe. Everything serves a purpose. Don't be afraid of it. Remind yourself of the reasons why you exist. Remind others why they exist. Remind them why you reach out, why you write, why you love, and why you are healing. Thank you. They kept us blinded by the sight of God to be known as a murderer and prejudiced being. They told us to pray to false idols that didn't permeate with our soul. They told us to give offerings to God and to keep our praise in minimum. They told us we wouldn't be nothing if we didn't follow the rules of men. They told us our culture and our ancestors were demonic and of dark rituals. They were the ones in sheep clothing and the wolves in disguise. They told us to lay down our truth so that theirs can shine forth. But little did they know, we were the ones who found a way of life and liberation. We as women and men of our cultures were stripped down from our ancestors' blood and thrown away to never be seen again. We are the ones to tell the stories of how our culture has overcome. We have the right to overthrow anyone who tries to fit us in a box of our own dreams. We are a living example of our ancestors living in flesh and blood in this present moment. We were taught to hate ourselves and to hate others. How did this come to be? What illusion have we been dreaming in? God is the very nature of life, and our culture is a clear example of how God moves through all of us. We are the manifestation of the Godhead. Don't allow them to take away your power and your strength. Take back what your ancestors have taught you in your dreams, the visions and plans you have with your life. And your ancestors are calling you. Will you answer? I work in ways deep, ever present, always moving. I work in ways dramatic with thunder and lightning. Sweeping and uprooting, I work in ways subtle, pushing and prodding, wearing and tearing. I'll swirl you, I'll twirl you, I'll splatter you and I'll scatter you. I'll shock you and I'll rock you. I clear the way for what is to come. I can be slight or stupendous, brief or long-lasting, uproaring or uprising. What I can't be is ignored.
Yeah.
once said that it takes a village to raise a child. In this moment of our lives, there is still a child wanting to be nurtured and cared for. And a father being fatherless had to grow up from a village where he once knew nothing from. To grow in places where death was a sentence and life was lifeless, from endless oppositions to defeats that were unconquerable. The child knew nothing of love nor peace, only broken dreams that led to broken schemes, looking through broken mirrors only reflected on broken means. So let's take a moment to reflect on the inner child who is still hurting and broken within us. And let's take off the mask of pretending that we are good when we aren't. There is still so much work needed to be done for the collective, soul searching to do and a hope waiting to rediscover what has been lost. And in this present moment, the only greatest achievement that any human can perform is to become an instrument of love. Thank you.
Let me get a round of applause for Abenigua. Yeah, I'm playing technician and host at the same time, so pardon me. I'm playing technician and host at the same time, so pardon me. Yo, let me get a round of applause for those two poets so far. Y'all not gonna lie. The bars tell high. I had dudes calling me today like, yo, I want to be on it. I said, you do poetry? He said, yeah, man. I said, I never heard you do no poetry, man. I got a lot of dope people that's going to be there. And if you're going to do some bullshit, I don't need you. So I picked specific people, like nobody, specific people, man. And I'm not wearing my mask. I'm wearing the world. No, I don't give a fuck right now. My friends don't listen to poetry anyway. So I'm not worried about that's really where I'm thinking. My friends don't watch poetry. So I don't think they're gonna see me. So that's funny, right? That's deep. That's life. Let me go on to something else, man. I told you I was on drugs for a long time. I'm gonna give you a drug story. I'm gonna give you an evening when I was sniffing cocaine, how I might look. This is called Crazy Beautiful. I haven't did drugs in over 9 years. Let me get a round of applause for that. I don't drink, and weed is not drugs. You did? Okay, I did a mushroom like a month ago, but
that's not either.
But I had to be cocaine, my drug of choice. And let me say this, if money comes my way and fall out the sky, I will be high. So let me be honest with you. You can afford it, you can do it. Check it out. So you'll think that I'm bugging out when I said that. Yo, how many people seen the movie or read the book Frankenstein? Yeah. Mary Shelley is her name. They was on cocaine when they wrote that. Okay. Wow. And there's Jekyll and Hyde. How many of you ever read Jekyll and Hyde? Yeah, he wrote that too on the influence of cocaine. Wow. You want me to name some more for you? I can name some more for you. I studied cocaine like that. Check it out. Crazy Beautiful. I've ran across cocaine fields nude. Numb from nose to toe. Heart beating faster than a New York minute. Collecting dead flies for antiques. Feeling high and being on cloud nine. Trying to enjoy this gorilla on my back. Seeing things that can't happen like resurrections and erections on my 4th day sleepless in Seattle. Imagine it. Rehabs could be kind of fun like Coney Island on Easter. But the voice in my head tells me something otherwise. So I continue to play Scarface and die at the end. Under gray skies, blue moons, cold summers, and winter sweats. While I lay in cocoa leaves, sunbathing in the Amazon, making straws out of rolled up dollar bills, but what she name was hundreds? To support this white man's habit and black man's grief that causes me to have a lack of inner peace. Cause too many times my nostrils done drip, blood and anguish, mucus and agony, sorrow and residue on CD covers and mirrors that show my reflection of who I am, but for some strange reason, I can't recognize who I've become. Through the noise of my mind riots and my constant weight loss, I have lost my dignity, my respect, and my beauty. Peace. Yo, I got a story about the next one too. So the next poet that's coming up, right? Don't go this way because it gets feedback. So the next poet that's coming up is a deep story because my pops and her moms were lovers. I'm going to get deeper with you. Her mother was probably the last person to see my father alive before he passed. She called him when he was dying. So it's a deep connection between me and this woman here. I might sometimes call her my sister. Her name is Jasmine, aka 718 Sage. Can you please give a round of applause for 718 Sage? Sage 718.
I wrote poetry between the ages, I would say heavy, between 13 and 26 because it was the only thing that would run through my mind, and it ended up sort of being a sort of a psychosis trip. I had to choose between my sanity or good poetry, and I chose my sanity for the time being. So, I take meds now, so I'm not as inspired as I used to be, but I'm just going to spit a couple of things that I wrote in the past, and if anything resonates, just fucking take it in, that's all it is. Alright, here we go. This one is called Kill Me. I want to be burned alive in the fire of your eyes again, thrown off the highest cliff with every touch, drown in the sound of your voice, where you take me and break me and pick at the rest of me like vultures, sweet death in me, holding me, bury me when no one else can find me, where memories feast like maggots, so will I love be. Friendship sinking. For you to be the object of my affection sits the core of this obsession, simply in awe of your complicated perfection, even hours later still rendered reckless in recollection, an everlasting sweet fantasy, a taunting sweet deception, a piece on this road going nowhere because with you nowhere is still somewhere, because you're there, hence no need for directions. Yet so pathetic, salty liquid antiseptic, screaming salty from my eyes onto my pillow tonight makes it alright, almost bearable tonight. The Wonderland. Love, love, love it, can't you see what we overdue for more clubs creeping? And as you are speaking, even though you're just squeaking, I can hear you there screaming, I can see your eyes leaking, dripping pain, sorrow there and seeping, and I peeking from bittersweet sin sweet, stirring from my escape for your retreat. Envy's tears I secrete, a habitual smile won't dare admit defeat. As his eyes dance burning, we both gaze at you twirling, and my stomach continues churning, understanding why he's more deserving to reap what he has sown. Indeed, wanting you has been the only significant thing that never seemed to matter. As innocent as children sit and just chatter, you Alice, beautiful Wonderland, and I, good old Mad Hatter. My teacup runs over for you, by which you say you'll never even sip. And there on that platter, heart tears laid shatter as you say you are flattered. And every time since then I gather what's left to bring you something to sing about. My selfish misery seems to always want more, chaining the soul of the cannibal and wrapping it in the skin of a boar. You are. Your hair, your lips, your voice, your eyes, your neck, your hips, your ass, your thighs, your mind, your drive. You'll never say die. Your strong will, you strive. You make me feel I'm alive. If you left, I would cry. I'd be so dark inside. So say you'll never lie, never shy. Say you'll always reside. In return, I will try not to be blind to the love that I find. You are my love. Give me a sec. Let me just gather myself real quick. Right. This is the last one. This is like pretty much just a compilation of 4 poems in one. And this has no title. It's just something I'm working on. The title is always the hardest to think of. It's like yeah. It's like how do you encompass all these feelings into one line? It's like no. But all right, here we go. Sitting here staring at the cracks in my ceiling, examining the feelings I have for you. Last night I nestled you between my hips. Our hands clasped together, lips locked to the rhythm of our coos. Only you and I, and solely me and you. Liquid poetry and sonnets ran down our fingers, sticky and sweet, and we let go of all possible scenarios and fears of future regret. Baby, even though the room was dark, it felt like the sun had broken through the clouds to shine down for only us to see. This is how it felt when you were loving me. So take me. I want to see how much you can break me. Rub your parts along my hips and thighs. I want to see if I can make you mine. Touch me. I want to know that you love me. Grasp my soul inside your hand. Breathe me in right where I stand. Hold me. I want you to know me. Pass my tears and darkened eyes. Show me yours and I'll show you mine. Fuck me. Grind into me roughly. I want to taste the sweetness in your sweat. Bathe in your sea and suck on your neck. Trace my soul with your fingertips. Swiftly trick my heart into believing we can embrace this cold world and hold it in our quiet storm. Your warmth, hands digging deep into my earth has birthed thirst. I won't be able to quench with drunken glasses, turn sexcapades and valleys with dolls of other dolls made up of string. Baby, you made me a puppet on this mundane stage of my existence. Cause when I close my eyes, I can still remember how your back arches when I'm just about where and why I'm aiming to please you. I can still recount the sweet irony of how your nipples will tease my mouth instead of the other way around as I appease you. These days I've gone from being buried under your skin, soft and brown like fertile earth, quaking to just having tea with you. Now I get to bleed with you. Our nights blend together into days and it's still so wonderfully beautiful.
Let me get a round of applause for Yasmin, aka 718 Sage or Sage 718. Yeah. Yo, it's getting real in here. We got more poets walking up in here. The stakes is getting higher. The stakes is getting higher. Again, make sure to go to the 1718 Collective on Instagram, the Vandal Hour, S.STREET Media. These are the companies. So I'm gonna take it somewhere else, man. I'm gonna go somewhere else with it. Since she was talking sexual, I want to talk sexual. I don't do those type of poems, but I do have one. I sent this to a lot of girls in prison, hoping they'd come up to see me. They didn't come up to see me, so the poem might not be that good. But I did send it to a lot of people, hoping they'd get a response. My mother responded. This is called In Places. She touched me in places that others did, but differently. Places that ooze heat and desire profoundly. She touched me in places where songs aren't sung. Places where men become men and not childs. She touched me in places where love becomes hard and love becomes dangerous when interpreted wrong. She touched him in places that were enchanted in silk, placidly smooth, her hands moved on him. She touched him in places that brought chills that were quaint, pleasantly wooed, he quivered and filled. She touched him in places he allowed her to explore, and a sacred temple she found there she teased and appeased. She touched him in places where seduction occurs, seducing him gently, she propelled him to sin. She touched him in places sensations evolved from timid to lewd, she brought out in him. I don't do too many of those. Thank y'all. Yo. It's hard for me to think. I worked in prison. It was kind of hard to write that. That ass. I did. And the next person, man, and let me say this correctly, because it says a lot. Miss Sin City. She's going to have sexual poems.
Peace.
What up, y'all?
Hey.
My name is Miss Sin City. Yeah, there's a reason. First poem called Poet. As a truth speaker, they say poets heal the world, lending voice and verb to the universe together, giving hope in places where there may not be, lending sound to a voice where there should be. Well, I guess I wasn't a poet that day. Broken into shattered pieces, memories and feelings, pit bulls like piranhas loudly nipping at my soul, but who can blame me? The bones in my graveyard too heavy for flesh. When I called them ambition, he called them desire, and buried each wish eloquently in the pursuit of his complacence. If it can't be done, without him it shall not be done. What should not be done, only when he's done and I was done. Down and out. Swimming up S.STREET without a paddle, trying not to drown in the truth of the matter. The bullshit that made me matter, and it didn't matter. My words meant nothing but sounds and syllables that came together, speaking volumes of nothingness that covered my heart in shadows. Where is my light? Well, he lied too. Left me in the darkness of his storm for too many days, and not even the weeds in my graveyard could grow. Had to plow my own soils just to release my own breath. Fingers like pens trying to rewrite history that was left. Only the ink that spilled had nothing to do with him. I hungered for healing in each release, but I guess I wasn't a poet that day. Because nothing gave me comfort. Tried to water my hurt in the southern kind, but it was such a waste of time. I was numb, totally trapped and left in the land of the forgotten. Wrapped myself in paper, hoping it would warm my spark. Dreamt of sonnets and limericks, looking longingly at love, only to find tragedy. Temper tales too told to talk of, wishes worn and weeping, but I guess I wasn't a poet that day. I hid and my words wouldn't come to me. Rewrote, crossed out, balled up, and started over. 40 days and 40 nights alone with my words, and I cried. Watched them smear. Gave them time, and they gave me thought. I gave them time, and they gave me courage. I gave me time, and gave me motivation. And I took time, and I gave the world a poem. And my first words were, I am a poet today.
Great poem, great poem, great poem.
He kissed me. And all I could say is wow. I could feel all my synapses snap back, and as I tried to sit back and trying to catch it, this inferno now ablaze. Heat hotter than hell, make even Hades bust a sweat and turn on the AC like fighting a fight you just don't want to win. Give you that, oh shit, you feel so good type moment. Like the hidden gods of the Himalayas, the long awaited eruption of the Yellowstone, or the tsunami that wiped out Atlantis. Damn this. Make me the lightning of Shango or the whirlwinds of Mother Oya, cause oh God, I'm spinning and turning. All from kisses. I know this ain't gonna be no thug fuck. It's gonna be a fucked up thug, cause he gonna He's gonna slow show me on a downturn just to see how fast I make him come. Make his breath labored and his knees weak, all because he can hear my body speak through kisses, fast and deep and hard and thoughtless. What a mess. Make me want to see his brain swell as well, just so I can see his thoughts on my lips. Taste his freedom and his militance. A taste of Kunta and Martin's dream over my dreams of his kisses. So for the record, my name is Miss City. That's MSCYNCIT. You can find me on Instagram, Miss City NYC, Miss City on Facebook, Miss City most everywhere.
It's just crazy.
Yo, man. So I didn't really appreciate you doing that to me when I woke up. So I have a lot of home.
The name, Sin City, that was a joke. I apologize.
It's okay. It's all right.
I apologize.
I know exactly who I am. So this last poem, I don't need to read it. I was trying to do something different, but I'm gonna just be very seated in who I know I am. You okay with that, too?
Yeah, do what you do.
What about you? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi? Thought he wanted to dance with me, but he really just wanted to fuck me. Differently. His me and more, his ma, his bitch didn't make me want to dig him in ditch. Instead, it made me want to twirl and switch and learn to see the gym on my head. My dress hugged my curves. To want him. To want him. To make him my chocolate man meat. My man whore. My bitch. But differently. When he couldn't stand a day when he didn't wake up with the taste of my pussy on his lips. I'm sorry. You okay? Yeah. No, I heard somebody take a really deep breath. Like, I need people to breathe. Y'all okay? Do I need to stop?
No. Keep going. Please go.
When he didn't wake up with the taste of my pussy on his lips, or his face between my breasts, or my hand on his dick, where morning dictation was a regular thing, simmering and ahs of massive aggression, but different. Where you had to wake up and ask the question, do you swallow? And my response would be, do you eat a Twinkie without the cream? Make me scream. Twisting me, turning me, holding me, guiding me, pulling me right, fucking me like I know it's right, but differently. Baseboard back shots while pulling me tracks, fucking it deep. Ravaging my walls till they burn. You okay? You sure? You reminiscing? It's okay, don't it? Ravage my walls till they burn. And the only thing left is a sweet sense of come to my pussy serves after he sleeps his dick in. Voulez-vous shoot toi? He'll think I want to dance with him, but I really just want to fuck him differently. So yeah, that's MSCYNCITY on Instagram, Facebook. Everything. I do radio. Obviously, I'm a poet. Specialty in erotic. Obviously. I have a show coming up in December. I'm a December baby, so we always do an erotic event for my birthday. So December 24th. Follow me to find out the details because it will be a secret location, and the show is called Ready Whip. Come on. See y'all.
Let me get a round of applause for Miss Sin City. I like these all these poems, man. I just be joking, man. I'm trying. I gotta be a host. I'm not a host, but I'm trying to be. You dig? So it ain't personal against no one. Yo, I'm gonna read a poem that I wrote in prison, man. It was about me coming home from prison. I won an award actually for this poem in prison. It's called The Game Plan. The contest was called The Game Plan, and I wrote a poem called The War Outside Them Gates. 2010. No flying cars or portable spaceships like I expected. The castle gate to the prison opens up and allows me to leave. And then slams shut behind me with the sound of a thunder at the back of my neck. My life begins again. With $40 and mint in my pocket, this could be a revolving door I'm entering. Who knows? But success at the opposite corner of the world. My plans begin to feel like mice mazes as I try to figure out which way to go to achieve them. Each path I travel becomes calculus equations to my geometry mindset. But my family cheers me on like a matador in a bullfight, while my friends in sheep clothing set traps for me to fall victim to. My parole officer dangles handcuffs in front of my face with malice in his eyes, dying for me to piss fire into that plastic cup he gave me. But his hope, he gave me. But with hope as my sword, and change as my shield, and integrity on my side, this battle has already been won. Because the only enemy that is strong enough to defeat me and my purpose is me. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So next up, man. Oh, man. Boy, this is the most trippiest dude you gonna meet singing some poems. This dude is wavy. He got his own wave, man. He might have some instruments with him when he come up. Solar system pimping shit. Let me introduce to y'all one of the most coolest dude I've ever met in these recent times. My man, brother Red, and he has an instrument. Yeah. He's the dog.
I don't know if I may not need this. I speak pretty loud for Rican, so we kind of naturally loud people. So, but we're gonna keep it here, just so anyways. Before I start everything, I need y'all to do what I do. When I say Akko Ben, y'all say ready for action. Akko Ben!
Ready for action!
Akko Ben!
Ready for action!
Akko Ben!
Ready for action!
Akko Ben.
Ready for action!
It's an Ndinkra symbol. It comes from the Ivory Coast, from Ghana. It's the war horn. So when we blow the war horn, we call the warriors to action. So I always blow the war horn. Everybody here has heard the call. This is why y'all all here today. Y'all heard the call and you answered the call. There's something that's higher than us. So we're here and we're present. I only come here to reflect and be my higher self in everything that I do. So in hopes that I reflect off of you and you can see the higher self within you. We all mirror each other. So a lot of my poetry is my life, my evolution, and everything else in between. Without further ado, it's called Free Your African Mind. They say, I'm the voice of the struggle and I'm the voice of the youth. Said I've been checking for lies, the proof was hitting the truth. Ain't got no bread for the hungry, but plenty chicken for troops. I gotta keep us united against hatred targeting groups. Said we was kings of a land that grew the abundance of fruits, with the sweetest of chocolates and precious minerals too. Had the richest of soil that grew the strongest of roots, and produced the strongest queens that any one of us knew. That's why they pushed us into places, really spaces to move right on top for one of my brothers, but right under one too. 12 years of public school and they developed a tool because the police trying to stop me and my locks gave them fuel. And so I hold the higher purpose for the things that I do because I'm coming from the Bronx and concrete jungle and we made it out the shelter with some low funds too. Ain't got no jobs up in my borough, so we so bundles. We need to educate ourselves and start to think things through because it's hard to take a charge. My seed just turned 2. Gotta understand your greatness and believe things through, but it takes a little passion and some hard work too. Because we born in situations that was clearly designed to fail. You got caught up and got $1 million on your bail. 10% of that, man, I ain't got 100 racks. So I ain't coming home until my son is probably 12. So deep inside, I pray that all my people will prevail. Because I can see the rainbow past the clouds within this hell. And I can smell the flowers through the breezes I inhale. Remaining true to you and gaining knowledge of yourself. Anything that y'all do, please always vibrate and do it at the highest level that y'all can do. Detach yourself from the ego. Ego is what stunts us. I think I touched on this topic with Matt a couple weeks ago, actually. Why is it that once any black or brown brother starts educating himself, we automatically become perceived as being white? So what happens? We start producing an ego. We start putting a shield up. And in the shield, we start studying ourselves because we don't want people to see us as receiving something that we not. At the end of the day, educate yourself and vibrate at your highest level. Why can't I vibrate at my highest level without compromising the integrity of my person? That's the question.
Why can't I be perceived as not being compromised just because I'm vibrating in a way that you're not used to?
Ashe. Thank you. So, this next one is something I wrote to a beat. I just had to get the inspiration for it, but summer's over, the weather changing, been getting colder. I'm getting nosy, I feel the world weighing on my shoulder. I got some business that ain't over, but I don't need the closure. Because once the people get to talking, they're going to try to hold you. All those questions that they ask and answers that I don't hold them. I got some feelings I've been holding, I don't never show them. Heart breaking, my brain racing, my body frozen. Sweat dripping, blood spitting, but never folding. I got some people in my corner, they believe I'm chosen. And I be dressed in all black, but my soul is golden. Screaming you out till I die in every open moment. Spoken slogans, healing poison like a potent potion. For all the help I ever got would never go unnoticed. Every jewel was like a bonus, kept my focus loaded. In the trenches at my lower grew an ancient lotus. So everywhere I shine a light would grow a bush of roses. You see, I grew up in the game, just to see it never change. Brothers getting knocked, another body getting slain. Another brother in the box with his wrist and ankles chained, or he's laying in the box face on laminated chains. See, I've been trying to maintain a certain level of restraint. Anger in my veins contaminates my domain. To reminisce is pain, all the memories we gain, and it's hard to stay sane and watch it bury the remains. And so I roll the paper plane, I hope I fly but the rain. Sipping champagne, abusing the fast lane. Man, it's a damn shame, they won't stick to the lane change. They're screaming gang, gang, then give up their friend's name. I've been stuck in the old ways, respect for the damn game. Cause brothers is telling lies that came with the name change. Clothing kinda strange, a couple of fake change, and I ain't never been the same. I came as a damn king. So on a more upbeat note, I'll leave y'all with my last one. Again, everything that y'all do, I don't care if you read books fast. I don't care if you read books fast, do it at your highest level. If you're an actor, if you're a dancer, if you're an artist, always perfect your craft. I work, so I gotta work double time. I respect everybody that can put all their energy into their craft. I got a 9 to 5, so I'm writing every chance I get. I'm on the train, I'm writing, or I'm reading a book. I'm coming home from work, I'm writing. I'm up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm writing. Brother Matt hit me up, yo bro, I'm there. Don't even, I'm there. Always vibrate at your highest level and keep putting your energy in what it is that you love. Ashe. This last one for you. I started experimenting, so I wrote this to a Maroon 5 beat. It's called Sunday Morning. So.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, you know, I'm trying to get back to the groovy, the nice smooth hip hop, everything with message. So this is actually perfect for the thing that I'm saying right now. They say I'm talking like an old head, but I'm still young. Because the younger me used to sell drugs and shoot guns. The young me try to live life and have fun, because the old me gonna be sitting on funds. From investments I was making to the work that I have done, to the presence of my energy unique to only one. I'm just trying to leave a legacy that's feeding everyone, a little something I can give to my daughter's grandsons, To everybody who was witnessing my transformation, peace and blessings to you all. That's my affirmation. I'm sending love and positivity across the nation while I'm sitting in the jungle deep in meditation. I was giving up my vanity while learning patience. Got to change the frequency to raise the vibration. Because all I ever want is constant elevation. I'm trying to live in harmony and kill the complications. Bro Red.
Hey!
Before I get off the stage, I need to leave y'all with one thing. And I always end every performance like this. I need y'all to put y'all right fist in your air. I need y'all to repeat after me. Right fist in the air. I say, sharpen your eyes.
Sharpen your eyes.
Tune your ears.
Tune your ears.
So you know what you see.
So you know what you see.
Understand what you hear.
Understand what you hear.
Minute by minute.
Minute by minute.
Hour by hour.
Hour by hour.
As we know our story.
As we know our story.
We know our power.
We know our power.
You what?
You are.
Ashe.
Peace.
Let me get a round of applause for the brother, man. Yo, you are at Poetry and PIFF #1, Poetry and PIFF 2, December 19th.
Yes.
We back here. It's going to be called Poetry.
Yes.
You dig? Yo, and you say something about vibrations. Understand what that's science that he's talking about. Who likes science? Everybody like science here? I know you never real? Okay. Okay. Let me act a little bit. How many of you like science here? How many of y'all like science? Science is a deep thing, so he said vibrate higher. When you vibrate, the molecules is moving at a high speed. The higher the speed they vibrate, the thinner something becomes liquid, it changes form to a point that you can't see it no more and it's not there, but it's there. It's potential energy. Vibration is deep. The more you vibrate, people are not going to be able to fuck with you because they can't even see. High vibration is only could be related to by another high vibration. Damn, I hate science. But check this out. I'm a nerd, man. I'm a nerd. I like to have some information when you come to our events. So real quick, man. I said a soft one, right? That was the sex one. All right. This one is called Short Eyes. It's a prison poem. I said it's on Rikers Island, and I was able to, after I said this poem on Rikers Island, I'm not going to lie to you, I have an uncle who works in commissary. He actually owns commissary in Rikers Island. So when they go to Rikers Island, if there any male goes there, female, and they'll go to commissary, ask for Al Mac. That's my uncle. Right? So I wrote this poem, right? And no lie to you, all the police was allowing me to do what the fuck I was doing. I was doing criminal shit too. But they was like, that nigga's a good nigga. I like this. Yo, you got that bag? But check this out. It's called Short Eyes. It came from a movie called Short Eyes. Anybody heard that movie Short Eyes? I'm the only criminal nigga in here. God damn. Short Eyes was a movie about jail. It was one of the first jail movies. Miguel Pinheiro is the one who wrote it. Miguel Pinheiro is a very famous poet. He's the one that started the New Weekend Cafe. You ever heard that? His name is Miguel Pinheiro. You ever hear Styles P say Styles P? It's not Pinheiro. It's Pinheiro. He's saying Styles Pinheiro. He's a poet. You did? So I just got to say that to you. He got a great movie. I forgot the name of the movie. But look up Miguel Pinheiro's movie. It's a dope movie, one of my favorite movies. And he's a dope thing who wrote the play. And while the play was coming out on Broadway, he was robbing somebody in the Lower East Side and going to prison. So when his play was coming out on Broadway, not off Broadway, on Broadway. You know what I mean? So let me say this poem. It's in dedication to him. It's called Short Eyes. In prison, men hide behind a mask of their truth, disguised as kingpins and millionaires with long bills. But in the dark corners of the shower, their femininity seeps and drowns into drains. And this is where gangsters become gangsters, and CEOs become somebody because in the outside world, their egos were thin. In prison, friends have no depth, and alliances are formed in cowardness because standing alone has become fear and the power in numbers has become sufficient enough for men to survive. In prison, you learn that justice costs and money is boss, so the paid lawyer could get a rapist off scot-free. In prison, sane men turn insane and telephone calls becomes the person's motive to kill because that day, a man didn't receive mail from his family, he cried. In prison, everything can be an illusion. A facade of fake criminals connected by war stories and bullshit. Nobodies wishing they were somebody. And the real killers sit back and laugh. Mad at being mocked by these clowns. Thank you very much. Yo. We're going to take a comedy break. Where's my comedian at? Let's see if she's ready. I want my comedians to kill the monotony of the poetry, and then we're going to go right back to the poetry. Thank you to my people who's in here. I see S.TREET from the Fuck Out of Here show. We see Benny Brown from the Fuck Out of Here show. Also on Extra Media. Yeah, shameless plug. So, yo, where's my comedian at? Let me say this. This comedian does more than comedian shit. She's at all our events as a vendor. And I just coincidentally found out that she was a comedian. So I'm like, well, you might as well come here, not as a vendor, but as the comedian. Come here, Queen. What's your name? Amir. Let me get a round of applause for Amir.
How you guys doing? You good? Good. Awesome. I love doing comedy, but I really want to be a motivational speaker. I just haven't motivated myself to write a speech yet. I would tell people, like, do what you love. And that sounds very cliche, because you suck, you're like, that's what you love doing, you love sucking. Just depends who's watching, right? Thanks. But I feel like sucking people would inspire you. You know, because when you see someone that's really good, you're like, oh shit. Like, a lot of people that was on stage, they were really good. So when you see somebody good, it's like, damn, I can't do that. But when you see somebody that sucks, you're like, shit, I can do that. And that's how I got into comedy. Sometimes I feel pressure doing it because, like, one of my sisters, she's an accountant. My other sister's a doctor. And now I do this, my mom tells me to go to Europe. But I went to college, I did the college thing, and I went for communications. And the whole time, I was like, what you gonna do with your degree? What you gonna do? Communicate? So, that's what I do now, communicate. But, I also am a life coach. Like he said, I go to his events and I help people set goals. So I do have some cards. I'm not going to give it to you because you need one just because you're close, okay?
Okay, I have one for you.
Oh, nice. A little switch. On my cards, that's not how you each other's cards. But, no, on my card, I do have a survey. You guys can take it. You can see how happy you are in your life. I have one in my back. I got you. So you can rate how you feel like, on your life. If you get below 6, hit me up. I'll give you a free consultation. If you get above an 8, hit me up. You can give me a free consultation. I'm not at a 7.4. Right. Oh, nice.
I don't want to interrupt your show.
Oh, I got you. What else was I talking about? But yeah, I know I coach. I wear a whistle to prove it. Just so I can call people on their bullshit. I was at a party Halloween actually. It was like a vending event like this, and the police came in, and I wanted to blow my whistle so bad, but I didn't want to get shot for some bullshit. Relax. Yeah. That's what I'm about. We all gotta be better. I feel like I gotta be better, especially when it comes to money. Because usually when I spend a lot of money, it's on shit I never use. You know, like my master's degree. Right? What the fuck for? Working on it. I got my master's in urban studies. Apparently you're supposed to study in the city, not work in it. But I do it part-time. I like it. What's my solo? I am saving a lot of money. I'm saving for a van home. Right? Are you too? Yo, how much you got? We can put our money together.
I don't know a lot, but I want to get a school bus.
Oh, wow, you want a mansion. I wouldn't have kidnapped man, but you got a old school, but I'm living it out. Nice. That's what's up. That's cool. Seriously, do it. I feel like it's better. Like your mortgage and your vehicle is all in one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do that shit. I don't know. Some things I think about. I told my uncle, and my family think I'm crazy. And he's an electrician, so I was like, yo, I'm a blind man, you can help me do the generating on the lights and shit. He was like, no. He was like, but I'll give you a gun and you can use my backyard.
What?
Exactly. I was like, what am I going to use a gun for? Like, to hold up the electrician? Like, do my shit. Like, you going to do it or not? We'll find out. I'm almost there. I'm almost on the boat, so I'll get it. Yeah, I would also tell people as motivation people like first shit you don't about yourself. Like, if your nose is big, who cares? Put a ring on it. Definitely it. You know? Your teeth is messed up. Smile anyway. Your girl can make someone else out of all. You know? Share the love. You know? You're balding. Sir, you balding? Don't wear a hat. Oh, nice. Yeah, don't wear a hat. Show your stripes. He said, what's up? Hey, you got a little extra.
Like you, a little bit.
Mine's fake, but you got the whole little ducktail thing. That's nice. I haven't seen that in a minute. That's good. Yeah, you should embrace it. Black people, our lives matter now, you know? So we need to embrace that shit. Wear bright colors, you know? It's really hard to shoot a nigga wearing pink. Like, officer, why did you shoot him? He was running. Yeah, for breast cancer. Like, happens. Our lives matter. Just matter. I gotta do better at love. I ran away from love and it didn't chase me. So this shit is not like the movies. Try to run back and it wasn't there. Like, yo, what the fuck happened? Yeah. Feel me? Happened? Yeah, it's like that. Oh, yeah, you just went through it twice.
Shit.
Yeah, like, we'll get there. Don't settle. Don't settle. Yeah, but I haven't been through it. Try to go more times. Good times. Yeah, man. Single people?
Yes.
Well, the hardest part about being single is like taking pictures. Like, you tell someone single by all the selfies on their Instagram. So if anybody has a camera right now, here's the time to take a picture. Alright, so. But this is recording, I'll get it, it's all good. But yeah, I just wanted to rock out. Thank you, Math. Yo, I'm rocking the WB shirt. I didn't know William Burns had a project, but clearly it's out there. It's out there. Math is from it. Is he out there smoking? Yeah. Took a whole smoke break, yo. I was talking about the shirts. I didn't know WB had a project. Oh, shit.
Another cheap plug, yes.
Yes.
$50 for the hoodies.
Oh, shit.
And we have pink, yellow, sky blue, and all colors. I don't want to cut your thing though.
Oh, no, so I'm about to rock out. I was just kind of promoting your shit.
Oh, you got one!
Yeah. I didn't write a speech yet, but I did write a book. That's usually what I'm vetted for. It's called Focus My Life. It's broken down into different areas by color. So you can just make a goal and level up and just be better people because we all want to be better, right? Cool. Well, my name's here. Do what you love.
Let me get a round of applause for the comedian Amir. Did I say that right? All right. Real quick. So here's one. Pardon me. I'm just grabbing them. I don't give a fuck. All right. Here's my glasses. Did anybody see my glasses? I can't see. Yo, so we're going to introduce the next guest. I can't even see what his name is.
Right.
Number, this one right here says, King Dion. Let me get a round of applause for King Dion. Yo, let me set this music real quick.
What's going on, King Dion? White Plains. White Plains. 464-662.
So we don't want to have no dry air, right? So with that being said, I want to crack a little joke or two. Y'all want to fuck with me for a second? Alright, check this out. I just made this up like 2 seconds ago. How many people in here seen the Dave Chappelle shit on Netflix? Raise your hand. Yeah. Anybody seen that? Cool. I ain't seen it because I ain't got Netflix. That was funny? Yeah, I'm about to try some comedy shit, you know what I mean? Well, you know, my name is Stuck B, man, from Brownsville Projects. How many people know about Brownsville? Raise your hand. Who's scared to come there? Raise your hand. Me too. And I live in that motherfucker. It's a jungle out there. I'm trying to tell you, man, survival of the fittest, only the strong survive. And I'm 42 years old, and I'm still surviving that bitch, you heard? Yeah. That wasn't funny, right? I know. That was badass serious shit. You ready? Ready. Oh, alright. Make some noise for P.I.F.
Diamonds, be shining, reflection blinding. So I'ma buy 'em. Tell the pub by the way that I walk. If they need my money, they know we can talk. Been down for 2 months, so you know I'm on floor. Shows you my stuff, how you get up across. A lot of these niggas be running around walls. Always ahead of the game. I put respect on my name. I never really ever change. Can't wait till I copy and plane. Right now I'm pricing domains. I wanna purchase some things. To flex my people that came. I only focus on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high for the residue. That will make it come back that you never do. I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high for the residue. That will make it come back that you never do. I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high for the residue. That will make it come back that you never do. I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high for the residue. That will make it come back that you never do. Ooh, I never back on the whip. Why I still be my cologne? On the top tier with a loan. Count money, something usual. The way I bounce back is so beautiful. How much I got for you to know. But it's a lot more than I'm used to know. I started this on my own. So I take my skin blow. Seat back in dome. I'm solid right down in my bones. I put to sleep with the cash. I keep some bread in the stash. I want to pack in my flash. I keep my foot in the gas. I'm out. Cause I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high after residue. That will make it come back that you never knew. I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high after residue. That will make it come back that you never knew. I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high after residue. That will make it come back that you never knew. I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high after residue. That will make it come back that you never knew. I'm only focused on revenue. Smoking somewhere with a better view. I got that gas to get high after residue. That will make it come back that you never knew. Boom. Thank you. Y'all can check me out, kpiop.com, K1NG_DIOP on Instagram. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Let me get a round of applause for King T.I. Let me say this, man. Look up T.I. if you don't know what that is. So I know a lot of you are looking at me kind of crazy. Learn your African history, baby. There's a lot of it in there. Then I can name 5 African countries who's black. I don't want to say it. I know some of y'all don't know. Study. It's the foundation of everything that came to existence, man. Yo, real quick, here's something for y'all. It's called The Many Faces of Love. Love is a folklore, a misconception. Love is a myth, sometimes magical even. Love is an allegory like Adam and Eve, the vine to sun. Love is mystical, sort of like horoscopes could be. Love is deceiving under most circumstances, especially when it's at first sight. And love is a word that optimists idolize and pessimists demonize under a romantic plight. Love can be very tragical, like Romeo and Juliet's outcome. Love can also be sensational under the disguise of sex and income. Love is temporary, there only sometimes. Love is fulfilling and best enjoyed under the trance of a morning sunrise. Love is what it is, and that's all it is. But love is an experience, delicate, like a first kiss. Thank you all very much. Yo, I haven't been poetry in 9 years. I'm just random. No lie to you, I got prepared 10 minutes before we started this shit. I want to introduce to you another dope poem coming up. This is a friend of mine from our projects, Williamsburg Projects with the WB's merchandise that we have for sale. Go to Lord of the Fly 07 if you need to purchase something. But this person is from my projects. Most of the people that I deal with on a daily basis or who see me every day, I'm always trying to push them to do something with themselves. Whatever idea, whatever dream they have, whatever they're trying to execute, I'm there to try to help them execute it. And I'm not talking about for no bread, just cause. You know what I mean? Self-empowerment, man. Self-empowerment. If you're not talking about self-empowerment in 2020, you lost. If you're looking for someone to put you on, whether it be a book writer, a rapper, a business owner, if you're looking for somebody to put you on, you doing the wrong shit. There's kids now who put their own shit out. Like our kids are not going to know bigger person than the internet. So y'all trying to figure out how to make some bread. I saw like a commercial that comes on every. If you sit on the couch and you're not doing nothing, motherfucking look up in the sky, pick an idea and attack it. If you want to attack it and you don't know how to attack it, go to S.STREET Media, go to 1718 Collective. If you need an address to my office, y'all can come, we can build, let's make that idea and bring it to fruition. So let me introduce who we got coming up. My man from our projects, I'm trying to get everybody from our projects involved in what I got going on. He's a dope dude. I knew him from a long time. He did 23 years in prison. 26, part itself. He did 26 years in prison. I see him doing his thing in the projects. He got a job. His son taking care of his son, doing what the fuck he do. So I had to bring him on. Let me get a round of applause for the God, Deshaun Sylvester.
It's a short story real quick. I've been 26 years in the penitentiary. Only been home going on 5 years. January next year, 2020, be 5 years. Within that time, it's been a struggle. And when I say a struggle is, I went from job to job to job. So I landed a job working for the National Grid. I'm a safety inspector. I've been with them for about a year and 2 months now. So people ask me, yo, Dave, how you did 26 years? I had to do 26 motherfucking years. What do you mean, how did I do 26 years? And within that time, I learned myself. And it's scary because when you did that much time and all you knew was the streets, sometimes, man, struggles come about. And first thing come to your mind is, so should I go back to the streets? I'm 50 years old. A lot of people laugh when I say that, but I'm really 50 years old.
Look like you're 32.
And I'm scared every single day. My kids is grown. I'm a grandfather twice. Sometimes I don't even know my own direction. But I keep pushing forward, and I encourage anybody and everybody, no matter what obstacle, no matter what pitfalls, don't run away from it. Run to it, fight through it, and continue living your life. I started this out as a young kid, seeing all the old timers getting money, having the hood on smash. I wanted the new sneakers. I wanted that new chain. I wanted that new watch. The reason why is because it was something my mother could never give me and something that I never had. I was dangerous because I was smart, an athlete, also handsome and charming. Had a pretty smile, but I still didn't know myself because I was chasing everybody else's dream. I tucked my dream underneath the covers because it wasn't really what it seemed. So I thought. But then when they took my life away and shackled me in chains, I was crazy in the brain. That shit had me insane. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? I'm in jail as a young kid with grown ass niggas and swinging dicks. I didn't understand what I was going through. I had to be a man before I even knew what a man's supposed to do. How real is this when you look in your mother's eyes and she cried because you behind bars and she don't even understand why? I tell myself each and every day, Ma, I apologize, but I still never got the courage to tell her to her face because she was disappointed in who I became. But now look at me. I'm destined for glory. I'm destined for fame. There's no way that I'm going to stop. Captivate this. If a black man goes through all the troubles that he had to go through and live in this land, and they claim that they promised to give us 40 acres in a mule, and he still ain't get it, I gotta go get that shit myself, because I'm really with it. So I took the street knowledge and turned it into the education that I definitely had deep down inside that was tucked. I was so afraid of it, but now I embrace it, and I'm loving it every day, ever so much. A person told me, a dangerous mind comes from a dangerous soul. Well, I guess I have both of them. That's why my soul and my spirit is so cold. I look into the eyes of other individuals and I see what they truly made of. Because they hide behind all the glorious things that this land claims that it was really made of. But the truth be told, nobody sings the gloriful song. Because if you ain't got somebody that's pushing you on or cheering you on, you kind of timid and cold. See, we always look for somebody to be our best friend, somebody to understand all the pain and drama that we're going through. But then again, in the end, are we really going to win? Not really, because we don't believe in ourselves. Sometimes, man, you got to go through pain and hurt just to stand tall, just to hear your voice or somebody else to hear it too. The dangerous part of having a dangerous mind is that if you're not really dangerous, then you're not really true. So the thing that I'm saying is just look at me. I'm the epitome of poverty, drugs, gang violence, not the gang violence that they got with Bloods, Crips, and all those other Latino gangs. I'm talking about Brooklyn against Queens, Bronx and Manhattan, where you couldn't even go if you didn't even have a name. See, I'm one of them old timers, man. I don't talk about how much I'm real. I'm the real deal because I'm an old timer that's played in these streets when this shit was really real. See, cats don't know about 5 minutes. And then after you get beat up, go smoke a blunt and drink a beer and then you best friends. Dudes get jealous because one dude got on a pair of sneakers that this kid couldn't even get and he probably wasn't even going to be in it to win. So let me go get my hammer. But I don't shoot straight at him. I'm catching innocent bodies. Why? Because the shit that I live, really wasn't in it. So these young cats that run around here talking about bang bang and lump this and crick that and blood this, I laugh at that shit. This is why I walk as a grown man. I stand tall, rightly rep. Because all that gang violence shit, I don't give it no respect. I was really going to be against doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. A lot of times in my mind, I came just of the thought of you. How your legs was embraced around my waist, and I still kept feeling the rise of inside when I was trying to get deep inside of you. It's like a cherry that you suck on and all the juice just runs down the side of your mouth. I look at you as a delicious fruit dish, and I'm ready to devour it, with all the juices just wandering around right in my mouth. Now, don't be upset, baby. I'm here just to give you a kiss. Look into my eyes. I'm telling you, I'm going to take you into a sexual bliss. Finally, we definitely meet. I get stuck on my words. Definitely cold feet. I thought that this dream was a reality, but it really wasn't. It was a sexual dream that made me wet. Oh my God. Damn, she's beautiful. I just can't wait till I can get the cookie, as that's what they used to say, or maybe that kitty cat that I can make it purr in each and every way. Down inside when I squat, pick you up by your thighs, bring you back up to the sky, flip you around and just hold on to your thighs. This shit is right. I feel how good it is. Don't look at me like that, because you already know. It's going to be real good, and that's how good it is. I'm not talking about that. I'm a man that can just give you all the deep pleasures. I just want to mentally fuck you. And then we'll do it again in the physical pleasure. See, if I could bring you the ecstasy by just getting into your mind and making you feel fine and just telling you how you are shaped like an hourglass and it tastes good, like wow. You're going to be mine by the end of time. Because everything that I say is going to hit you from your toes to the top of your head. But I'm going to lay you down and make love to you right in this bed.
Let me get a round of applause for the boy, the Sean Sylvester. Real quick, man, I wrote a poem about my son when I was in prison. The poem is called The Promise. It's about my son named Elias. His name is Easy. Elias Anthony Sedgman. That's the acronym. We call him Easy though. It's called The Promise. He is my future. My infinite source of possibilities. All my hopes and my dreams come true. He is my inspiration, because he's where my love begins. He's my cure for the time that I'm sick. He is also my everything, so without him, there's nothing. He's my sunny day when it rains. He's my smile when I cry. He is my child, my innocence, my faith, my promise, my unbroken promise. In this hell without heaven, he's the wish, my wish, that will come true, because I believe in him and he believes in me. He is my understanding, my overstanding, my seed, my kid, my boy, my baby boy, my promise. Let me get another round of applause. For Crystal Snow Jordan. And just let you know, we only have one more performer after that. So let me get Crystal Snow Jordan, a.k.a. Anytime out before she gets the microphone, now I gotta say something. A.k.a. my intern, I never came to the office yet since our last event at the 5 spot. Let me introduce you, Crystal Snow.
My poem is short. Y'all did an amazing job, man. Y'all got some really fucking good shit. So I hope I can, stand up to it.
You do you, babe.
This is called, it's called Poetry and Piff. That's the name of my poem. Like elevation on a ski lift, the conscience begins to drift.
It drifts away to dreams of today, poetry and PIFF. Subconscious take us away from the false reality at play. The game of life we stab with our knife of poetry and PIFF today. Healer of pain and decay, savior of lives for those days of hell, the mental cell, the game of life displays. Poetry and PIFF today, no mental led astray, just frequency ascension, and did I mention, it's poetry and PIFF today.
Let me get a round of applause for Crystal Soul Jordan. I had 2 poets left, so I'm going to introduce first. The reason why I got to introduce her in detail, I said she's been there since the beginning. She has a show on Park. Well, let me look at you. I'm going to tell you how life is funny. Let me take these guys so I can see you. I got to say this. You come to it and you only have two poets left. It's 10:30. So I got to say this. This person name is Mick Jack. Right? And I want to say why it's so deep. I got goosebumps when I just thought about it. Meek Jaff is the reason why you're here. Okay. So let me explain that to you, because my life comes in full circle all the time. And it just hit me just now like, oh shit. So, I never knew what podcasting was ever in my life. I came home from prison, I didn't know none of that shit. I don't know what the fuck a computer was. Right? So, my homeboy who I was in prison with, named Wally, aka Wallace, a real gangster nigga from Queens. He's on a show on DTF radio. And it's called Swagger Through the Roof. Right? So one of my right hand men who I came home from prison with is doing podcasting. I'm like, that shit is stupid. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Right? So I started selling these brownies and bud and shit like that at the time was going on. He asked me to come on the show for an interview. Right? So my man said, yo, boy, come to the office, come to DTF radio, let me say specifically, DTF radio. He said, yo, I want to interview you about the brownies in the I said, alright, like, fuck it. Meek Jack was the host of the show. So I come up there to DTF radio, where I worked for 4.5 years after. But I come to DTF radio, and she introduced me. And we in there, so when we come out the office, this is where my son's like, I say this story all the time, but I forget she's the person who I always speak about. So when I come out the office, a woman named Choice, the Choice of New York, when I came out, she's the manager at DTF at the time. She said, yo, you speak well. In my mind, I'm like, I got a speech impediment. Okay. She said, you speak well. She said, I think you should be on like radio or something. I'm like, this is not radio. She's like, I think you got a good voice. I think you talk well. You should do this. She said, you should be my rover on my show. So when my guests or my co-hosts don't come in, you will fill in. I said, can I sell weed and brownies there? She said, yeah. I said, okay, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. No, I'm getting money. I don't care what the fuck is going on. Let me fast forward that. 3 months later, they asked me to be the manager of DTF Radio. 4.5 years, I was an intern at DTF Radio. I never got paid shit. But guess what they gave me? An education. An education on media. My ideas was bigger than what was going on. Like I said, oh shit, I want to do some other shit. Like, oh shit, like this shit is. And to make a long story short, I started S.STREET Media. And we're here because of that woman, Meek Jack. There won't be no thing no hour, no that shit. This shit wouldn't even exist. So let me introduce you all, the person who planted the seed that we're all part of the tree now. My homie, my ace, Meek Jack.
Peace, everybody. How y'all doing? So I like that intro, man. Appreciate appreciate you. Now you got me all blushing.
It's real. It's real.
I'm gonna put this mic up here. I'm sure it's like perfect right now. All right, so my name is Big Jaffe. Some people say Big Jav. Some people say Bugsy. Real name is Sean Mega. Nick the Barber. I wear a lot of hats. Photos by Bugsy. A lot of things. So I believe in entrepreneurship. I believe in being a renaissance. I believe in like not spreading yourself and like really like being wonderfully made the way the Lord made us. You know, so I believe in tapping into every level of life that you're able to, and also like remaining humble but never undermining yourself. Always reach your highest heights, and always we're here for service. I believe that we're here to help each other. Period.
Facts.
Because it's the reason why it's almost about to be 8.5 billion people in the world, and I think people don't understand that we're codependent by nature. So it's nice to be independent. It's beautiful to be independent, but everybody needs somebody. So every time that you can help somebody, that's all I gotta say. By day, I work in the anti-gun violence organization. We try to bring crime down in our neighborhood, and I'm into politics a lot because it's really ruining us, politics of everything. So I'm learning it on a real real level, and it's making me see a lot. It's confirming a lot of things that I already thought, which is sad, but I'm learning.